Welcome to the first edition of the Dollar-A-Day podcast. Sean Gankars, probably know me from the BS show. Don't worry, season 5, episode 1 of that's coming to you too soon. This right here, I will be joined by Jack Flynn and Danny Dines out there in Long Island. And like I said, BS show, that's all strictly gambling. Well, here we're strictly fantasy football, something I personally have always wanted to do on a podcast. Found the right people to join the show with. We'll probably be talking all fantasy sports as it gets into it, but as always, football reigns king. Football season's coming up. That's obviously the big focus to start. Jack, new to the podcast life, not new to missing the playoffs in fantasy football. How are you feeling about this?
All right, Gank, you lost last year too. You were in the back of the playoffs. So a little about me. My name is Jack. I am the numbers guy probably around here. Gank makes fun of me for it all the time, doing spreadsheets and all that. By day, I'm an accountant, and I have found that analyzing numbers for fantasy football is a lot more fun than analyzing numbers for a corporation. My love for fantasy football is kind of new. I almost quit the 1 year with Gank, actually. And the main reason, I know. But now I'm fully in. And one of the main reasons for that is probably the new 9-to-5 job. And then I recently engaged. And so now I'm stopped. Done. Yeah. Okay. Done chasing the ladies. And now I'm just chasing championships. Let's get it.
I like it.
All right.
I'm Danny Dimes. I live, breathe anything fantasy sports. If there's dollars to be made, I'm here to win it. Big shit talker, big smack talker. I pretty much I let my shit talking lead the way. I got into fantasy football years ago. Definitely wasn't the best when I first got started. I was the guy that was drafting tight ends, in the 3rd round and reaching for guys that, I didn't know any clue about. And step by step, I started learning some strategies along the way. And a couple of years ago, I just started winning. I joined, 2-3 leagues a year, and I win at least one of them every single year. Got to a point where, my friends started to get a little heated with me. Started to get into some battles, and got to a point where we almost lost some friendships over it. And one day I went and made my own site, Dollar Boys, as a joke. And a year later, here we are on the first podcast episode. So I'm excited to be here, excited to be talking some fantasy sports with you guys. Let's just get into it. I'm pumped to go.
Yeah, that is it. I mean, Dan, I've known you for years at West Virginia, but I don't know your shit talking with fantasy yet. That's something I'm going to learn. Jack, I know I'll just shit talk him all day, every day. It could be the fucking middle of March, a season month after fantasy ends, and we're already shit talking for next year. But I'm not worried about making the playoffs, Dan. Somebody I'm a little concerned about coming into the season. I don't know what to expect from you. We're going to learn a lot.
Yeah.
Go on.
Sean, I'm not going to lie. I don't think we've ever been in a league together. In all of our years of knowing each other. I don't think we've ever played together.
We haven't.
Which is unfortunate for you.
That West Virginia.
Yeah, if you want easy money, join a league with Gank.
Easy. Easy. Did you almost come in dead last?
I'm pumped.
I finished ahead of you last time, bud. Just saying.
Once you factor in the playoff standings, and if you want to go back to them and look at them, I'm above you. But
I had the better record. We'll leave it at that.
That's fair. Yeah. So this podcast, like I said, we're
first or last.
That's true too. I can't win our league. I'll just come in second every other year. But this podcast, we'll break down everything you want to know fantasy. We'll talk our strategies. We'll compare our guys, who's going over who, and then daily fantasy too. This is gonna be a weekly show, something we could always incorporate. Maybe give you our top 10 guys, sleeper picks in terms of daily fantasy, FanDuel pricing, week in, week out, let you know who we're looking at. But to start the show, we're not going into anything too heavy right off the bat, but to start the show, we're going to load up a league here and stack our teams by doing a three-way best ball draft. Like I said, 3 teams. So 3 of us. It's going to be something we're going to fall back on every single week, something to talk about. That's where the shit talking's really to come from. Like I said, I mean, we're 3 teams, 60 guys are getting picked. So these teams are going to be loaded, boys. They're going to be absolutely loaded. And we're also going to get a feel on who we have going over who, still be able to analyze why we're taking this guy over that guy when they're still going to be on the board. Because even though it is only 3 people, I'm sure there'll be questions. Jack, I've seen some of your best ball teams. Before we start this, I'm going to ask you about your 2 quarterback strategy of Kyler Murray and Zach Wilson when you almost lost one before the season started.
All right, well, I'm going to start off by saying I picked Zach Wilson after the news was dropped that he's coming back at least week 2, hopefully week 1, but maybe a little later. But 2 quarterbacks is a better thing when you pick a high caliber quarterback like Kyler Murray. Like, he's going to be my quarterback basically every week, especially Zach Wilson's my backup. But he's going to be the guy, and I kind of just ride on that. So I'd rather put all my money on what I pick. So you draft as if you're right. You're not going to pick a backup for your own team. Like, you just got to draft as you're right, and that's kind of the main strategy behind best ball.
Yeah, that's fair. I agree with that. All right. Like I said, 3-way draft. These teams are going to be loaded. Dan, do you have anything to say before I enter this contest?
Ooh.
No, I think it's a good way to get a general feel of who we're each liking for the season, and I think it's a good way to really get a good feel about how the fantasy drafts are going to go in each league. You know, you kind of get a feel for, you know, when players are going to get drafted early and who's going to get drafted before, what running backs are going before receivers and whatnot. So I think it's interesting to get a different feel. And, you know, because those mock drafts on ESPN and Yahoo, they don't really tell you anything besides the first round or two. It's all, you know, random from there. So this, I feel like, gives you a better idea of, you know, a better overall mock draft to say.
I agree with that. All right, boys, I'm going to enter this contest.
Let's do it.
Not sure I'll have a minute before it starts.
A whole minute.
First pick. Let's go.
Got a minute. Dan's going first.
Damn it. I hate the middle.
You give spoilers, Dan. I'm going to say this. FanDuel, best ball, their best lineup. I do believe it's 1 quarterback, 2 running back, 3 receivers, and is it 2 flexes?
I don't know, man. My first time.
It is. It's 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, and 2 flex. So there's no kickers, no defense, anything like that. Yeah. And you pick your best guys, and you know, but your highest score of the week gets counted. And
full point or half point? Anyone know?
I'm not gonna.
Half point PPR FanDuel usually is.
Half point. Okay.
They might do even 0.3 PPR on FanDuel. Don't quote me on that though.
I think they do that for DFS. I'm not sure if it's the same for best ball.
Receptions 0.5. I got it up there.
There we go. Someone's doing their research.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get this started. No spoilers here. I feel like Jonathan Taylor is the clear-cut number 1. Had an awesome year last year. I'm just not gonna risk it. Anything. Jay Taylor, lock it in. First pick.
Now, see, I'm a guy that's gonna risk it, and Christian McCaffrey averaged a lot more points per game than Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, there's the injury risk, but I'm planning to beat you fuckers. Let's go.
I do. That's where Jack was going. I'm going to take a guy that this is subject to change. I got back-to-back here. This is subject to change. For right now, I have this guy ranked ahead of McCaffrey. We're going to take him first. That's Austin Eckler. And back it up, 3 wide receivers. I'm going to take my wide receiver 1 over Cooper Kupp, too, and Justin Jefferson. I think that guy in the Minnesota offense is honestly I think he's a safer bet. We've seen what he's done the past 2 years, and he feels guaranteed 1,600 yards, 10-plus touchdowns. I'll take that.
I was hoping you were gonna go Cooper Cup there. I like Cooper Cup. Cooper Cup, he's definitely number 2 for me, but really hoping you picked Justin Jefferson. So my guy, Cooper Cup, way better than Justin Jefferson.
I don't think you feel that way.
So I got back-to-back here. Took running back my first pick. I usually like to stack running backs 1 and 2. This is such a deep 3-ball draft, being that there's only 3 of us. Derrick Henry, I have, arguably as a number 2 running back. So I'm just going to lock him in. I have a pretty solid 1-2 punch with him and Jonathan Taylor now. And I feel like I'm pretty much forced to take a receiver just because you guys did. And
Chase had an awesome first year with Joey B last year. Obviously made the Super Bowl. I think that they just improve and keep on going. So Jamar Chase is my first receiver.
All right. Well, not because the guy's on the top of the board, but I kind of have this strategy where I'm not going to dive too deep into it, but I'm going tight end right now. Travis Kelce off the board.
Interesting.
It's a 3-man strategy. Let's see where I'm going.
Yeah, that's Jack. I actually was hoping to get Kelsey to come back for me in a 3-man strategy. That's something I was going for. But with that said, I'm going to take one of my favorite running backs this year, Joe Mixon. I think he's a guy that quietly improved offensive line with Cincinnati. He has an outside chance at maybe leading the league in rushing. Then with that said, 3 wide receivers. They keep riding with Stephon Diggs. He is, to be honest, he's number 4 on my receiver rankings these days, behind Chase, Jefferson, and Cooper Kupp.
All right, so I'm on the clock, and to back off my strategy, I like to bully the teams in 3-team format. So I'm going to pick Mark Andrews here and lock up the tight end room.
All right. Okay. Interesting strategy. Definitely not going to make me reach for a tight end, though. Not yet, at least. There's some big running backs on the board that I didn't think would still be here, to be honest. There's also some big receivers. Just as you're bullying with the tight ends, I think I'm going to go ahead and bully with the running backs. Dalvin Cook is set to have a big season, so I'm just going to lock him in before we run out of time. And now this is where I'm stuck, going back and forth between Devontae Adams and Deebo Samuel. Both guys are studs in my mind, except both are playing with, a new quarterback, essentially. So there's a lot of questions up in the air. Devontae Adams did play with Derek Carr back in college, though. So I'm going to go – it's tough. I'm going to go with Devontae Adams.
I was really hoping you didn't do that. I'm not huge on Deebo. There's this huge stat where running quarterbacks are not good for their receivers, and Trey Lance is obviously a rushing quarterback. I'm also not big on Najee. Najee could lose a lot of receiver work. I think I'm going to reach here and go Aaron Jones. I really like Aaron Jones this year. He might be the leading receiver, to be honest, in targets at least. Not your target.
Aaron Jones pick, and Aaron Jones is honestly a guy that's been coming around on me, because at first I kind of wanted nothing to do with him, the A.J. Dillon thing, but as people were saying, the more I look into it with Devontae out, he's my guy. But let me go back to what Jack said. I'm still taking Najee here. I know you're worried about his receptions, and even as receptions drop, he's still a guy that's probably going to catch 60-plus passes this year, or close to it. Definitely. And I think his volumes should be extremely high, so I'll definitely take that. And as much as I want to go Kamara, because it sounds like he will be playing this season, let ride or die with my boy as a Giants fan, to Saquon here. He finally, I think, is fully healthy for the first time since.
No, Shawnee.
I think his 50
there it is.
Is also in store, and I think he should be pushing 1,500 scrimmage yards and 10 touchdowns this season.
Betting with his heart yet again.
I'll take that all day.
Oh shit! I just noticed I'm up because Gank talks too long and picks too fast. I'm gonna go. I'm high on this guy, DeAndre Swift. I think it could be. Oh, almost missed that. I got him. Got him. Gang, take the full time so we can bullshit a little bit.
Man, I cannot believe Debo Samuel came back to me. That's just the present, wrapped up nice for me. I'm not going to think too much about that. Definitely going Debo there.
Yeah,
Could have went Tyreek Hill, but, I like how they use Debo in the running back spot as well. So definitely can get some rushing touchdowns throughout the season. I think I'm going to – oh, man. Kamara, it looks like he's going to play. I still don't like the risk factor. I'm a big just play it safe. The Browns, they're without Deshaun Watson, so I think they're going to have to rely hard on their running game. Kareem Hunt, I don't know what's good with him, so Nick Chubb, fire me up.
He doesn't catch passes, though, man. You got to value that.
Yeah, we got other running backs for that.
Very, very true. All right, I'm going to just collect the tight ends completely because I see a lot of value later, and I know we all know or have different values. So I'm taking Kyle Pitts.
I'm not gonna lie, I was planning on pitching one of these two picks right here.
I don't like tight ends in a normal draft, just to lay that out there.
That said, I'm gonna stick to the positions I was going with. I'll break the quarterback ice. Just give me Josh Allen. Let me have him 3-2 week.
I like it, gang.
He's a clear cut number one.
And I really wanted Kyle Pitts. I didn't think Jack was going to go for a third, but I'm not big on tight ends. Like Dan said at the start of the show, I am one that more times than not, unless somebody really falls to me in the right spot, I'm looking in the 10th round plus before I draft them in a regular league. But I'll take George Kittle and try to get one of these guys in there.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm not a big tight end guy either, but this is just a completely different draft. This is a 3-man draft. Like you can't, it's just completely different. I just bullied Gank into taking George Kittle way too early. Good job, Gank. Just kidding. All right. I am going to go with a little Keenan Allen here. I have a plan that's probably going to get ruined, but we'll see.
So many good options still on the board. I think I know who I'm going to go with these next two picks. You guys aren't going to bully me into reaching for a tight end still. There's too much talent on the board. I originally wasn't too high on this guy, but I guess I'm going to take him. Give me some Tyreek. Tyreek the Freak.
That's a guy you guys will learn throughout the pod that I will be hating all year long.
Way better than Michael Pittman.
And I can't believe I'm going to take this guy over somebody like a Kamara or a Fournette. But I think James Conner's due to have a huge year. He had a lot of touchdowns last year. Chase Edmonds is out of that backfield. I think that offense is primed to, hook him up.
I like it. All right. So what I'm going to do here, kind of a plan in place. I hate picking from the 2 spot in this stupid 3-man league, but
that's running.
Middle's hard.
Yeah, I
sure.
see it. I'm doing a little quarterback action. This is my quarterback number 2, way over Mahomes.
Once you said Keenan Allen, you had a plan. I knew that's where you were going. I'm not gonna lie, I was ready to load up that quarterback with him coming back around too.
Yeah.
Smart.
With that said, wasn't really planning on either of these guys, but they're both here. I'm gonna go back to back. I'm gonna take Kamara. Sounds like he's playing the full season, and why wouldn't I? And CeeDee Lamb is he's also fallen more than I thought he would have, so I'm gonna throw him in there. And I don't even love him that much this year, but for him to still be there, it's hard not to take.
Hey, round 10 can't beat that.
All right, I got some decisions to make. I would normally never draft this guy over this guy, but I want to complete the mega stack here. I actually had this guy ranked over Keenan Allen, and it's my boy Mike Williams.
Oh, man. All right, so I've been going. I got 5 running backs and 4 wide receivers already. All right. I think it might be time to finally draft a tight end. Darren Waller's just staring there at me. I'd be stupid not to take him. And you can never have too many running backs.
No, don't do it.
Now, I have a feeling you guys are going to be actually happy I do this. I feel like he's not that big. He's not that popular of a choice this year. People are sleeping on him, but they paid him so much money. They have to feed Zeke.
I love Zeke.
Feed Zeke.
We'll get into that. I'm sure one of the episodes coming up with our rankings. I do love Zeke.
I'm really happy. I thought you wanted Javante there, and that's the guy I'm going with. But yeah, I'm in on Zeke too. He's just a safe bet. He's not a all-in bet. Like I'd rather like guys like Javante, who he could win your league. Zeke's gonna finish like end running back 1 at the best. He's probably gonna finish at RB2. We all know that.
I agree with that. I'm all about the safe picks here.
I know you gotta play to win.
Hey, sometimes you got to play smart and just not get too crazy. Sometimes don't overthink it.
They got a second tight end I'm comfortable with. I'm gonna take Dalton Schultz right now. He was as bad as my team was last year. He was somebody that turned out to be a diamond in the rough, and I'm gonna keep riding with him. And then
I already know your pick. Can I say it for you?
As much as I love my automatic Mike Evans, he's guaranteed for 1,310 touchdowns. After all the talk this week, everybody knows I am high on him, and Michael Pittman is my guy. He's right
Son of a whore.
You want to talk about 100 catches and 1,300 yards coming your way? Watch Michael Pittman this season with Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan. You cannot sell me on Matt Ryan.
He sported Julio Jones. I mean, not a lot of touchdowns for Julio, but
Jack, can you pick a guy?
Yeah, I am. I'm trying to talk to you guys. Fucker. Mike Evans, my guy. Go for it.
I figured.
I wanted Michael Pittman. Go ahead, Danny Dimes.
I could probably use a receiver. There's some good receivers on the board here. Can also use a quarterback too, though. Oh boy, this is actually a guy I wasn't high on when he was on his old team, but this year I have some high hopes for him. AJ Brown, I think, can be a huge asset to the Eagles. Could be the receiver that they've been missing for all these years, to be honest. So I love him. Oh boy. You guys can call this a reach if you want. I think this guy has a chance to be the Stephon Diggs from like 2 years ago. Came out of nowhere. You can get him in like the 11th round. Gabriel Davis.
Whoa.
I think could have a huge.
Wow. That might be the biggest reach of the draft.
Stephon Diggs. I don't know, man. Stephon Diggs got traded and then was good. Gabriel Davis is on the same team as Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs is going to do so much better.
When you play with Stephon Diggs.
I don't know. All right, I'm going. I'm going Cortland Sutton here. We could talk later for sure.
God, I've never felt so guaranteed that I'm going to win a league.
I hate this guy.
All right.
Who does Sean even have?
All right, I'll just get another quarterback. I'm going to take Mahomes. I know Jack has a lot of other quarterbacks ahead of him, but that's one guy I want there. And
5 guys ahead of him, just to let you know.
3 wide receivers, over 2 running backs in this league. So I'm going to build the wide receiver depth a touch more here. And I'm going to take the other Bronco. Jack knows I love him, Jerry G.
What? Already?
He's doing better than Sutton.
Oh, man, I really thought I could get him. Go ahead, Dan. Oh, shit, I'm up. Sorry. Fuck, Dank.
I thought Jerry Judy would definitely be there, my next pick as well.
Wow. I was going to let him pass and get him.
I should have took Judy instead of Davis, I guess.
3, all right, I guess. I lost. I guess I got Fournette. Lost the
That's not
time
bad.
there, but I will take Fournette. He showed up with too many cheeseburgers in, but he'll take it. Sorry.
I think it's time to take my first quarterback. I know it's a guy both of you like, at least Jack for sure. We go Kyler as my first quarterback. And I got him in. That was the 14th round, so I definitely was patient there at the quarterback position, and still ended up okay, I think. Another guy I'm high on. Just so everybody knows, I am a Jets fan, but I do love me some Buffalo Bills.
All right.
I'll take my second tight end.
Dawson Knox? Is that who you just picked?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
That's right.
Where is he? Oh, okay. All right. I didn't see where we're at tight end. But damn.
We're moving through this
We
draft.
We are.
All right. I'm gonna take the QB4 on my list. Lamar Jackson. He can line up with Mark Andrews. It's gonna be great.
All right, I'm gonna back to back again. To me, I'm gonna stick with skill positions here, and I feel like a lot of people this year excited about the Jets offense. I kind of think there's upside, but another offense that I think maybe has a little bit more upside, and I really like their offensive line too. I'm gonna take Travis Etienne in this Jaguars offense, and I think there's a chance that at this point in the draft too, I think there's a chance he could turn down to the 3-down back there. And that's my guy. And then for the receiver spot, I'm kind of torn here. I love DJ Moore in terms of receptions, but T. Higgins is still there, and that Cincy offense, I think, is firepower. I'll take the better offense and ride with T. Higgins.
Oh, damn it. I was smashing that T. Higgins button all day, but all right. How many picks we got left here?
We only have about like 4 or 5 picks.
It's 21 rounds, Jack. We're in 16.
Still a lot of talent on the board.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm going with the old fart, but the old fart is not that old. He's only 25, going to a great offense. Juju is going to be the guy. He's already done it. It's already top like 6 receiver. Going to do it again.
I like that pick, actually.
And I'm gonna fill out the rest of my running backs and wide receivers here. There's still a lot of talent up here. This guy I think can have a huge year in this offense. J.K. Dobbins. Not much other competition other than Gus Edwards in that backfield. They love to run the ball there, so I'm excited about that. And I'm gonna go with somebody who put in an MVP for this, an MVP bet for this person, and I don't hate it. Alan Lazard could go off and be the #1 receiver that wins the whole league for somebody.
Oh,
Quote me now.
I have so many things to rebuttal on that one. Alan Lazard is not a good skill player. He's got a great situation. He's just not a good skill player. But my strategy here is I'm already filled at running back, 5 running backs. You don't need too much more. I'm going receiver. I'll go with the talent of DJ Moore if it went through. No, what the hell? All right, I got Joe Burrow. He's great this year. I love it. Let's go, Joe Burrow.
All right. Like I said,
If it makes you feel better, I don't plan on drafting DJ Moore.
6 running backs, 6 wide receivers. I'm going to get a third and final quarterback and a third and final tight end here. I want Tom Brady. I'm going to get my boy Russ, though, in Denver.
Oh, no. I thought you guys were done taking quarterbacks.
And then when it comes to the tight end, I'm going to get a third. Like I said, I want a little depth here. We're only 3 teams deep. Got to add depth in case injuries, be safe. Might as well get my boy TJ Hawkinson in Detroit. He just feels like the safest bet. I don't trust many tight ends this year, but he's one I'll take.
I am so annoyed that I got another quarterback, and I did not plan on that at all, especially not stacking with anyone. I would have picked Russell Wilson over to stack with my boy Sutton, who's going to be way better than Judy Gank. Just to let you know.
No doubt.
Ooh, I don't know.
I like drafting receivers here. Receivers have a lot more volatility, and best ball volatility is going to win you weeks. Jalen Waddle.
No, yeah, Waddle was up there for way too long anyway. Oh man.
What? Joe Burrow.
I'm gonna go with the guy that has a lot of upside here. Marquise Brown. Back together with his college quarterback. I think they can be a big duo this year. Especially with
Hollywood.
DeAndre Hopkins out. Exactly. And oh man. I guess I'm forcing a quarterback here. I'm gonna go Dak Prescott.
Man,
I think the
Dak.
Cowboys are set for a pretty big year offensively.
So auto pick has me at freaking Jalen Hurts. I'm not drafting a fourth quarterback. Like I said, I like receivers, and I'm gonna go with upside. Terry McLaurin could be okay, but DK Metcalf. Going with talent, DJ Moore. Like I said before.
All right,
Oh.
that leaves me to my final two picks here, and they get a 7th running back and a 7th receiver. Kind of hoping it was DJ Moore. I did mention I like Terry. I'm gonna mix it up. Give me the guy on the Rams, Allen Robinson. Maybe you get to his old form with a good quarterback and offense.
Were you just counting with your fingers?
No,
Oh, okay.
what the hell would I be counting?
I don't know. I guess that's
One of
my-
those fingers is a half.
Actually, two, but
show the camera.
that's hard to say on camera. But
Just like your dirt stash. Oh, fuck. I'm up. All right. I am going to go with a receiver. I will go with McLaurin. I'm not a big fan, but
then you
I'm
got
going with Jalen Hurts. I have like 6 quarterbacks on my team. It's great. Still going to beat you guys somehow. Hopefully.
You got
Last
four.
but not least, I actually just realized I completely fucked myself with the whole 2 quarterback, 2 tight ends. So I got to pick either a quarterback or a tight end here. I feel pretty confident with my quarterbacks. I usually don't like doing the 2 quarterback thing. Oh man, there's a lot of good tight ends still on the board too. I'm gonna go with Dallas Goedert though. I think he's due for a big year. Philly offense in general, I think, is due for a big year. But yeah, that's it, guys. We have it. We have our 20 guys. How are we all feeling?
Not great with a couple auto picks, but I feel okay. Still think I could bring it home.
Yeah, you definitely gets being in the middle like that is definitely tough. I definitely prefer having the back-to-back picks for sure.
2 auto picks, 2 quarterbacks that I would not have drafted, but it's all right. I'll still be Gank. I don't know about Dan. I like Dan's team.
I'm liking my team a lot. I'm starting to think I went too heavy on running backs. I probably would have preferred another 3rd quarterback. So I wish I planned that a little bit better. But yeah, all of our teams are stacked. It's so hard not to have a stacked team in the 3-team best ball.
Yeah, I mean,
So yeah, I think it all comes down to luck, injury, and I'm excited to see how this plays out.
points are going to be scored. Obviously, I like the balance in my team, but that said, I'm looking ahead, Jack. I mean, What
are you talking shit?
even
Let it
though
rip.
you ended up with Hurts, like you were looking for a receiver the last round. Why? didn't we
Yeah, I mean, I think Hurts has a chance to finish quarterback 1, so I don't hate it. I'm not in love with it, but yeah, I
thought we were
much
taking him over Lamar, but
I much prefer
I just,
receivers.
I was definitely thrown off by your tight end strategy for sure. I get the idea behind it, but at the end of the day, I feel like we all ended up with some pretty good tight ends. So I feel like in a league with maybe like 10 guys, that strategy could work a little bit better. But I was never worried about getting any tight ends I wanted.
Yeah, I understand that, but I'm bullying you guys. I'm gonna win tight end every week, and George Kittle I like a lot, but again, he's got a Russian quarterback who's not gonna do well. He's gonna do well for fantasy. He's not gonna do well for his weapons, and I don't know. I'm gonna win tight end every week. I hate that strategy for 10-man leagues, but
Are you going to win tight end every week, though?
What's up?
Are you going to win it every week, though?
Tight end, yeah, 100%. Maybe like 85%, but
I will say this: I was planning on getting Kelsey in one of my back-to-backs right before you took him at that point, due to the fact that it's only 3-man, and like it's been said multiple times on this episode 1 already, we all kind of hate tight ends early, but a league like this, why not grab Kelsey early? You know you're going to be stacked everywhere else, and to have top tight end, I think, is a good thing to have. But I mean,
yeah, Kelsey made the most sense to me. He's by far the number 1 tight end in the league, especially with Tyreek Hill gone now. He's just going to get even more volume coming his way. He's going to be a safety net for Patrick Mahomes. I think he could, he's already breaking tight end records. He could have possibly his best year ever, this year. So I definitely don't hate the Kelsey pick. I don't hate any of the tight ends. I mean, your tight ends are definitely stacked. With the exception of Kyle Pitts, I'm not 100% sold on him. The guy had I think 1 touchdown last year, and it was like a 1-yard, out pass
against the Jets.
I don't even know. Do they know?
Against the Jets. I remember it clear as day because I was playing against them in fantasy, and it sucked.
of course.
But do they even know who the quarterback's going to be over there in Atlanta? Is it going to be Mariota, or are they going to go with the rookie?
Marcus Mariota, and I'm put some stats at you here. The numbers guy, Marcus Mariota, targeted the tight end position like an insane amount. I'm pretty sure it was like 24%, which is higher than any other quarterback to do. But if any of you remember, I think it was Delaney Walker, right? No?
Walker,
yeah, with Marcus Mariota, and he fucking killed it. And Kyle Pitts is not even a tight end; he's a receiver. Who's the other receiver there? There's no one.
I thought for sure. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get Kyle Pitts at this point of the draft, and you're just like, no, I'm gonna get 3 tight ends right now.
Yeah, bullying you, motherfucker. I was pissed about Jerry Jeudy because I really wanted to complete the stack between Jerry Jeudy and then I was gonna pick up Russell Wilson, but
yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at your team, Jack, and I just don't see why I'm worried about it.
I mean, the auto picks killed me. I would have stayed at 2 quarterbacks there, but I would just pick 2 more receivers. Receiver is the most volatile position out there, and like the no-name receiver can score 30 points. And in best ball,
there's 3 of them, and even 2 flex. Like, you got the right receivers. There could be 5 receivers in your lineup that are.
It should be every year or every week. Sorry,
but I'll take my backs over all of yours, though.
Yeah, but
I think my running backs are filthy. Like, I don't know how I even got like half of them, to be honest.
Who do you got? Read them off. Read them off, Danny Dimes.
Here's what we're gonna learn about this.
Okay, here we go. This is just honestly straight. It's a straight slaughter. Straight slaughter. We got Jonathan Taylor, Denrick the King Henry, Dalvin Cook, Nick Chubb, Nick Full Chubb. We got James Conner, the Terminator. Feed the fat man Zeke, who I'm not worried about him coming into training camp with all that extra weight, by the way. And J.K. Dobbins, who I think can be a beast this year in that offense.
I'm not big on JK at
I'll
all.
say this about Dan's running backs.
I hate Ohio State too. I'll be the first to tell you. I hate anybody that comes from Ohio
Yeah.
State.
I just hate
I
people who
wasn't
don't
even-
catch passes.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
Well, I do think JK, he's a guy that's on my radar this year. Right round, right time. Never going to reach for him, but if he's there, I'll grab him, like I said, in the right spot. In terms of running backs, this bites me in the ass every year, but I'll just never draft Derrick Henry. It bites me in the ass. I don't love him, and to be honest, I think the Titans' offense, I think the Titans are on a decline. I think the strategy when you play Tennessee is stop Derrick Henry, and it's just easy as that, and you beat the Titans. And I don't think the room's going to be there for him to run this year. And I know the door's more open, but I hate James Conner too. I want nothing to do with that guy in any of my leagues.
He survived cancer, you dick. How can you hate him?
Okay, well, in terms of fantasy, I want nothing to do with James Conner in any of my leagues. He also wants a pit.
All right, so
True.
how much money we putting on this?
You're very-
20 spot, winner take all.
Honestly, after seeing our teams, I think we should let Jack decide.
What does that mean, fuckface?
How are you feeling about your squad?
It means,
Like
it
I
means
said, I hate
you're
my
very
auto.
generous in the charity department.
Oh wow.
You're the only guy that could be actively talking during a live draft and get auto picked twice.
Yeah, I'm trying to talk and do this shit at the same time. I would have taken receivers at both those spots, but dude, I'm down with just a solid $20.
Receivers.
What?
What would you have done with 10 receivers?
I would have been beating you at receivers and tight ends every freaking week. This is what I would have been doing.
It's Monopoly fantasy football style.
It's fair. Fair, but I think
But yeah, no, 20 bones is fine with me. You know, keep it, you know,
I'll give
civil,
it
keep it, you know.
I mean, I'm poor as fuck, so that's a high
$20,
value.
winner take all.
Yeah.
We already have plenty of money between all of our fantasy leagues and survival pools and pick'em leagues, I'm sure. So
Best
Yeah,
part.
yeah.
we'll take it easy for now.
It's more of a pride thing than a money thing. I cannot wait to beat you
Exactly.
both.
Jeez. No, it sucks is now we gotta wait a few weeks before this even starts, but
Yeah, but we got
Yeah,
some
yeah,
more
like-
podcasts coming. Get ready, fans.
the right call. Episode 1 to break the ice, and now everybody knows how we feel about certain guys, and
Now we go.
time we get into next week, and then we really start debating, and that's when the back and forth start coming too. But everybody got the idea. Jack and his Excel spreadsheets that lead to this playoff burst, they are out and about. We're gonna learn a
Nice.
lot about you now. You think you're learning so much about me. Now it's time for me to learn about you.
Yeah, I don't want to give all my information so my league mates take it from me, but
I'll
right.
give it to you. I ain't worried.
yeah, because
Ben?
your outcomes are like so far out that no one's gonna take those guys. Michael Pittman in 7th overall, right? Yeah,
What? As my receiver?
yeah.
No, he was 10, but
10. Where the hell do you have Tyreek Hill ranked?
like 13th.
What? You're nuts. All right.
Oh man. Oh man. Well, if you guys want the real rankings, just head over to dollaboys.com. Got rankings at each position, updated on a weekly basis. Got some other good stuff on there. Got some t-shirts, long sleeve shirts. Got some other stuff dropping in September. Hoodies, snapbacks. We got some good stuff coming. I'm pumped for this season.
Yeah,
So
right.
Dollar Boys.
How do I get a t-shirt?
Dollar Boys. Dollar Boys.
.com.
T-shirts. Go right to the website, right to the Dollar Boys store. But for,
Gank, we gotta pay for
you,
it.
I got a nice hookup for you guys. Don't worry. I got a little present for when I come to South Jersey this weekend.
5% off, everyone. 5%.
Are you coming down tomorrow or you just send it Saturday? Actually, you're probably just sending Saturday, right?
Thanks. You stop
So
recording.
I'll be there Saturday.